Of course, a day doesn't go by when we have some amazing Xbox news coming our way. We have new releases, release dates, we have salts, we have drama, we have fake news, we have fake outrage, we even have people making themselves look like pieces of crap. So if you're excited for all the news, you're at the right place. And if you want to be in with all the news going forward, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, because we are going to have a lot of content. My next video should hopefully be talking about Starfield. I've been meaning to get that video out, as we are, as they've just released an update and they've got their creations kit now available. So we're gonna buy some of that and actually look into it and see what it's like and what it can do, and dive into it a little bit more and show you what's what. But first things first, we have Mana Series, and it says, I know that I really want to stay here and keep making memories of you. An unforgettable journey begins August the 29th. So that is the release date for Visions of Mana. Now, if you have actually been following this, you will know that if you get this on the Windows Store, I believe it's the Windows Store, you will get this play anywhere. So you can play it on Windows, you can play it on Xbox, everywhere you want. I believe the Series X version should be play anywhere as well, but for now, from what I've read, it is the Windows Store. So if that means anything to you, go for it. This is a day one for me. This is the launch trailer. I'll have a link to it in the description below. I'm really excited for this one. Visions of the Mana series in general has been a kind of cult following. It's been a big series that's never really come to the Xbox platform, so this is going to be good. I think this is the first Mana game that has actually reached the Xbox shores, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully it'll be something you like. It isn't on Game Pass, but if you are looking for that JRPG fix, this is it. Make sure you go pick it up. Right, Ryan McCaffrey has kindly listed all of our 2024-2025 games and put them in a nice and orderly release date schedule. Well, I would say orderly, but I've already noticed that something's already not orderly. But, he says, looking at this list of exclusive and or launching into Game Pass games upcoming for Xbox over the next 1.5 years. And so we have the 2024, we have Flintlock Siege of Dawn, which comes to Game Pass July 18, so that's not too far away. Age of Mythology, for you Age nuts out there, the Retold is coming September the 4th. Stalker is coming September the 5th, and contrary to what people are saying, this is an Xbox exclusive until otherwise stated by the developers. The contract by Microsoft stated 3 months exclusivity, but as Microsoft helped them relocate during the difficult times they had in Ukraine over the past number of years, they turned around and basically said, as a way of saying thank you, this game will indefinitely be exclusive to Xbox. Whether that changes or not has nothing to do with Phil, nothing to do with Xbox, Microsoft, or anyone. This was a developer choice, so it's up to them if they want to keep to their word or decide to release it elsewhere. But for the time being, until specified by the developers themselves, this is an Xbox exclusive. Starfield Shattered Space DLC is going to land at some point in 2024. I suspect it's going to be towards the end, but we do have the creation kit that has gone live as of now. So I'll be having a video on that probably tomorrow or the next day, so do keep an eye out for it. Flight Sim 2024 lands on November the 19th, for those of you interested. Black Ops 6, who isn't interested in that? Day 1 Game Pass, October the 25th, and if you want to get the Vault Pack, it is only $30 for the upgrade, so you can pretty much get the whole of Call of Duty, the $100 package, for $30. They've already put that out there. But if you are a Game Pass Ultimate user, you will have access to the beta already without having to purchase the game. Unlike PlayStation, who will, Steam, who will have to buy the game in order to actually get access to the beta. Avowed, there was a leak. Well, I wouldn't say a leak. If you went to their website straight after the presentation, it actually said November the 12th was the release date. They have quickly removed this. Now, this tells me that they're either not confident of hitting that November 12th time and don't want to commit to it just yet, or it tells me that they just are not yet ready to reveal that release date. Either way, expect this sometime between November and December. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle didn't actually get a release date, so I'm kind of concerned about this one hitting 2024. It could potentially hit 2025, but if it does land, I see it landing around December. Replaced, we got a report about this. I've been looking forward to this game for quite some time. Replaced is gonna land at some point in the second half of the year. They did have a earnings call, and in the earnings call, it was listed as the second half of 2024. Doom, The Dark Ages, is going to land in 2025. It's going to be day one on Game Pass, and it will be available on all platforms. Fable, South of Midnight, Fragpunk, Winterborough, Claire Obscure, the Expedition 33 turn-based RPG, which looks really, really cool. Day one Game Pass. And of course, Fable is going to be day one Game Pass. South of Midnight Game Pass. Fragpunk is a PC game, I believe, that's going to be on Game Pass PC. Wu Chang Fall on Feathers, again Game Pass. I'm not sure why these three were omitted from Game Pass, but all of these, in fact, probably Winterborough as well. First time I'm hearing, I didn't see that trailer because I had difficulties with my internet at the time. Mixtape is coming to Game Pass, and of course, Atomfall Game Pass. So all of these games you see here will be landing day one on Game Pass in 2025, but there is no official release date for them. But lots and lots of games have come. If we're just looking at the AAA games here, you've got Doom and Fable being the outliers. South of Midnight looks really, really good. I'm really impressed with that. And of course, but those are now entering into the AA. We've got We've got Wu Chang Fall and Feathers and Expedition 33, which again I'd say fall into the AA category, but these are really good. And this is just what's known, right? We are probably going to get another Dev Direct maybe towards the end of the year or at the start of next year to showcase even more games coming next year, because, you know, the 4 games that they've promised as exclusive throughout the year, one every quarter, needs to be met. Now, this is what I was talking about when I said Starfield Creations comes to Starfield. Discover and play new community content in-game and explore the settled systems like never before. So this is currently now available in-game, and we will be diving into this in a later video to check it out. But good stuff. I thought this was going to land during the showcase, and it did, because a lot of people were saying that this was going to be coupled with the actual DLC, which is coming later this year, but I kind of assumed that at this point they would drop it during the actual presentation, and they dropped it straight after the presentation, so that was good. For those of you that are interested in State of Decay 3, a lot of people, have high hopes for this game. It's from Undead Labs. Now, these are the stuff that we know about it at the moment, and it's been listed quite nicely by Clobro. Features a much larger, evolved, and darker shared open world. Trailer is all in-game assets, all rendered from the game in UE5. It does seem like almost all projects on Xbox now are pushing to be done on UE5, and to me that actually makes sense. I know some people are against this, but at the end of the day, with the way Microsoft's employment works, having it on UE5, a uniform platform that everyone knows how to use, just makes sense, reduces downtime, and gets those games out sooner. A typical scene that you would encounter in a 4-player co-op session. Focus is on emotional weight through permadeath and stories in the world. Collaborating with Obsidian Entertainment on the shared world feature from Grounded, enabling flexible online co-op, a world owned by multiple players, which is really awesome because Obsidian are really, really good at what they do. Coalition assisting with Unreal Engine 5. I mean, Coalition are just geniuses when it comes to Unreal Engine 5. And honestly, when it comes to just studios, Microsoft really did land a goldmine with the Coalition. They are, in my opinion, the most valuable asset that they have right now. More reactive combat, dismemberment of zombies will be more visceral, deeper combat systems, enemy behaviors, and animation fidelity to level up the moment-to-moment experience. Takes place several years into the apocalypse, which is cool. Much deeper customization on weapons, for those of you that do love that sort of thing. Investing time to craft your crossbow with raw parts you'll loot versus finding a few generic crossbow types reinforces State of Decay 3's unique setting. So if all of that sounds good to you, State of Decay 3 is what you're looking for. Of course, now we come over to a bit of a disappointing side. So, Tomb Raider Legends runs perfectly fine on pretty much everywhere, right? Uh, but for the PS5, Tomb Raider Legends runs at 480p, 30 FPS. Yes, you heard that right. So the next time anyone over at, from the Pony Land decides to come at you, just let them know that Tomb Raider Legends on the PS5 couldn't handle more than 480p at 30 FPS. Worse than the PS3 port, Xbox backwards compatibility, and the GOG versions. Like, Tomb Raider fans call Legend port worthless and shameful. Hey, look, it's not the developer's fault if the machine can't handle more than 480p at 30 FPS. I think that's a platform issue and not a game issue. Right, folks? Right? And so it seems Sony's push to becoming third party is well underway, and now they are supporting Epic Game Store as well. This is leaked from from Epic, and you can see here God of War Ragnarok is supposed to be coming for Epic. Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition, Concord is going to be on Epic. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Until Dawn. We have something called Karak, Testament, whatever those are. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is going to Epic as well. Utah, The Last of Us Part 1, Spider-Man Remastered, and Rhodes Island. Obviously, these are going to another platform on PC, so whether that actually now means that they're giving up on the whole PlayStation launcher is actually now kind of in question, because if they're pushing it really hard to Steam and they're pushing it really hard now to Epic, and maybe there was like a timed exclusivity with Steam, because it makes no sense really to not put it on one and put it on the other. But whatever the reason, if this is the case and they've already started porting games over to the Switch, how can they honestly turn around and start saying that they're no longer third party? They are third party. They just failed to see it. But hey, they will always have that 480p 30 FPS, right? At least, it makes sense now why they want to see their games look better on a much better platform. I mean, it makes sense. But anyway, folks, that's going to be it. My next video, obviously, I've got a Starfield video coming up, and I also have a video where I'm going to be going into quite a bit of discussion that, well, let's just say there's going to be salt. And there's a few things that have transpired over the weekend that I think has been just astronomically bad, and it's spilled over to this week, and I think it just needs talking about. Right, well, anyway, folks, that's it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.